Hey guys, so I just got back from my morning clients and had a little bit of a conversation with one of my clients this morning, which really made me want to make this quick video. We had a conversation about checklists, and I thought, a lot of the time, in terms of health and well-being, success can be really narrowed down to checklists, and the more often than not that you do these checklists, the more often than not you succeed. Okay, so it just made me want to make this video as a way of kind of refreshing everybody's mind. These are really facts that we really all know, but it never hurts to hear them again. Now, number one is increasing the amount of fish, flaxseed or flaxseed oil, and grass-fed meats wherever possible. Now, omega-3, which is in fish and is in flaxseed, is a really, really great partner in the battle against weight loss. It's got such a massive plethora of health benefits, including increasing health, weight loss, and increasing your performance as well. Number two is I've wrote down to unless you really measure your calorie intake gram for gram, then it's going to be a really good idea to avoid fruit juices, fizzy drinks, sweets, cakes, desserts, and all of the types of food that are really high in sugar type calories. Third thing I want to highlight is moderation. Now, diet is really the key variable here when it comes to fat loss, and what I mean by that is don't fall into the bracket of thinking that if you exercise a ton that the weight is simply just going to fall off and then stay off long term. What's more likely to happen is that you'll burn out, you'll feel tired, probably get injured or encounter some form of other issues. Okay, so moderation coupled with a balanced diet is the key for long-term success. The next thing is to identify and try to deal with any kind of blocking or limiting factors, such as intolerances, poor gut health, low immune system, stress, and any other type of underlying health conditions that you might have. Okay, for that reason, if you don't deal with those, you could find yourself in a losing battle, even with the best nutrition, the best supplements, and the best training possible. Number five, when you're on a diet or trying to lose weight through a diet, it's really important that you make sure that you eat both an ample amount of protein and fibrous carbohydrates. Now, these two macronutrients are going to make sure that you stay fuller for longer. And it becomes really important because when you're on a low calorie kind or restrictive kind of diet, obviously you're going to come up against some form of cravings. Now, eating protein and eating a good amount of fibrous carbs are going to make sure that you don't get as many of those cravings. And junk food, obviously the type of cravings that you're going to feel, obviously they are for junky food. Junk food generally isn't very high in fibre or nutritional content, and that's what's going to make sure that your body stays fed and thus loses weight. Next thing is to not really worry about meal timings. Don't stress too much. You know that one-to-one when we do our personal training, we try to optimize the best time for you to eat, but really as long as you're consistent, and notice the word consistency, then you'll succeed. All right, whether it's 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times a day, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you're consistent, and as long as you are balanced, don't stress too much about it, because obviously high stress levels, as we highlighted earlier, are one of those limiting factors that are going to block you from losing that weight. Number 7 is don't be afraid to lift weights while on a diet. The more weightlifting you do, the more muscle tissue you're going to gain, okay? So weightlifting, as well as high intensity training, is your friend. And, the more muscle tissue you've got, the higher your metabolism is going to be, simply because the more cells that you've got, they want feeding. That excess body fat that you've got will get fed into that muscle tissue. Okay, so the more you've got, the bigger the furnace and the more it wants. So that equally, the slimmer you're going to be. And that's a win-win for everybody. So, number 8, eat plenty of vegetables and fruit. These are the king when it comes to having lots of nutritional content. Now, our bodies, as a specimen, need lots of antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fruit and vegetables will provide that for you. So it's pretty simple. Eat plenty of those in every single meal that you can. And the last one is a little bit different, a little bit of a curveball. Now, I just read recently, and it sort of sparked my brain going about Arctic explorers and swimmers as well, who have to consume such a vast amount of calories to make sure that they don't lose weight. And we've all heard about Michael Phelps when he won all his 9, 10 golds, whatever it were. He was on 10,000 calories a day. And that's because the environment around them is so cold that they have to burn up to 300% more calories doing the exact same exercise as they would in a normal warm environment like I'm in now. Okay, so a little bit of a curveball, maybe a little bit radical, but if it's cold, try not to layer up too much, okay? Because you could burn an extra 300% more calories by doing the exact same exercise with a little less clothes. I'm not telling you to go get naked in the gym or turn the aircon up to 0, but maybe go outside and maybe once or twice a week while obviously the temperature is still really cold. Use that temperature as a friend. And that's it really. So let me know what you think. Just if you've got any more questions, just give me a comment, and that's it.